Hi, this is Will Wilde back with another blues harmonica tutorial. I've had a few questions to do a video about overblowing, so I'm gonna give you a little introduction to that today. Just getting ready to go on tour, so really busy this week, which is why I'm in my van right now, just trying to find a few minutes to film this. If you're in Germany or Poland, or France or Austria or Holland, my band are going to be touring all throughout October, so please go and check out my tour dates. I'll put a link up here, and it would be really cool to see some of you at a show. Okay, so overblows. Let's start by talking about what an overblow is, because some people get confused about this. It's not the same as a bend, okay? It's completely different to a blow bend. When you bend a note, whether it's a draw bend or a blow bend, you're lowering the pitch of the note. When you overblow or overdraw, you're actually going to raise the pitch of the note. Okay? The overblow actually gives you a minor third above the blow note in that hole. So, you'll get some purists out there who will say, like, oh, you know, Little Water didn't overblow, Sonny Boy didn't overblow, so why should I bother to learn this? And yeah, that's fair enough. But the thing is, people weren't really aware of them back then, and now people are. So you may as well learn them to. It just means you have a few more notes at your disposal if you should choose to use them. What I would say though is you get some people who get so caught up in the technical side of it that they're trying to put all these overblows in there all the time just because they can do them. And you know, you should still use them musically. That's the way I look at it. It's just a few more notes that you can use. It just so happens you have to overblow to be able to access those notes. So the easiest one, and probably the most useful one to start off with if you're a blues player, is the Six Overblow. It gives you the minor third, but in the middle octave. So the equivalent to the draw 3 half step bend. So the technique for this, there's a couple of ways I've heard people explain it. Some people say it's like doing a draw bend, so a draw bend mouth and throat position, but whilst exhaling. And that is what it is, but in my experience, that method hasn't been that helpful in getting people to actually achieve their first overblow. So the best method I've found, and I can't take credit for this came from a guy called Tinus, sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, man, from overblow.com. And what he says is to take blow 6, just play it gently, nice and relaxed, and try and bend the pitch of that note down. Okay, now obviously there isn't a blow bend on hole 6, so you can't really bend it down. But just try and make that note dip down, and when it does, you'll notice it will choke off, and just the sound of air will come out, or possibly a little squeak. Okay, and that squeak is the beginning of your overblow. That's the overblow note. So what's actually happening there is the blow reed is sort of, the tip of it's curling down, and there will come a point where it stops and chokes off. And then the draw reed takes over. So it's actually the draw reed giving you the overblow note. So now it's really important to practice these gently at first. You don't need to blow hard, okay? I've seen a lot of people think they have to blow really hard to get the overblow to happen. It's all about the mouth and the throat shape is what gives you the note. So practice it really gently at first. If you can't get it gently, then you're not going to be able to get it playing hard because you're not doing the right thing. So just try to keep your throat open. It's not a blow bend. In a blow bend, you'll go into an E shape with your mouth. So your mouth is closing and you're lessening the amount of space inside your mouth. So this is a draw bend mouth and throat shape. So you want to keep your throat wide and open, and you want to keep some airspace inside your mouth. Okay. And it helps if you can hear in your head the note that you're going for. So if you go down the octave, so that's draw 2 and draw 3 half step bend. So it's the minor third. Okay. So that's the most useful one, I would say, as a blues player. The other one I use quite often is the 5 overblow. So this gives you the equivalent note to the draw 2 half step bend. So it's really good to use as a passing note, chromatically, either climbing up to the root note or coming down. Exactly the same technique as on hole 6. Okay, and hole 4 also. 4's quite tricky. Okay, you can hear I'm getting a bit of a squeak there. I don't actually set up my harps for this. This is just a standard out of the box 1847. Overblow is pretty good actually for an out of the box harp. If I was going to be doing a load of overblows, then I would probably spend some time or some money setting my harps up for them. But you know, I mainly just use them as passing notes here and there, so I'm not too fussed about that at the moment. That may change, but yeah, if you want info on how to set your harps up, it's a technique called gapping. It's quite simple, really. There's other videos and stuff out there showing you how to do that by other people. So you can overblow on any of the notes from holes 1 up to hole 6. Any note that you can, or any hole that you can do a draw bend on, you can do an overblow on. And any note that you can do a blow bend on, you can do an overdraw on. I'll get to overdraws maybe in another video. So 4, 5, and 6 are the main ones. 2 and 3 aren't really worth worrying about because the notes you would achieve by overblowing them, you can get elsewhere on the harp without having to overblow. Hole 1 does overblow. Obviously that's an octave below the blow 4 one, but it's a fucking bitch, and you will need to have your harp set up for it. I've never been able to overblow hole 1 out of the box anyway, I can tell you that. So I hope that helps. I would start just with the blow 6 overblow. Maybe just play a blues scale and then add that next note on the top. And practice your scales like that. My name's Will Wilde. I hope you found this helpful. If you'd like a lesson with me, then just send me a message through the contact form on my website. And like I said, I'm going to be on tour throughout Europe all through October, supporting my new live album release. So please go and check out my tour dates and come and see us. and I'll be back soon. Cheers.